All WashU Olin online courses include synchronous and asynchronous content. Watch this example of the kind of asynchronous coursework you do on your own and at your own pace. One of the earliest indicators of socio-emotional problems in a team is negative emotional tone, a shared experience of negative feelings that team members hold in common. Negative emotions are not inherently bad, but when the balance of team members' emotional experiences shifts disproportionately from positive to negative, it's a clear sign that a team is in trouble. The role of emotions in teams is one of my primary areas of expertise, and it's a subject that I've studied extensively in my research. Let me share with you a way that you can think about emotional experiences in groups, which can help fine-tune your antenna for detecting socio-emotional problems early on. This is important because the evidence is clear. Consistent and shared negative feelings are an indicator of major problems on the horizon. A model of emotion called the affective circumplex provides a useful way to envision the wide range of emotional experiences that people have at work. According to the circumplex, common emotions, from anger to joy, can be situated in a circular space that's defined by two dimensions. The first dimension is pleasantness, which reflects how positive or pleasurable an emotional experience is. The second dimension is activation, which reflects how charged or energetic an emotional experience is. Let's chart out some common and representative emotions in this space. Consider emotions that are high in both pleasantness and activation. These are feelings like excitement and enthusiasm. Now think about emotions that are high in pleasantness but low in activation. These are things like relaxation or calmness. Let's shift to the unpleasant side. When we charge up unpleasantness, we get emotions like anger and anxiety. For emotions that are unpleasant but low in activation, we have things like sadness and fatigue. Let's think about how negative emotional experiences in groups tend to play out over time. Team conflict of all forms, but especially relationship conflict, tends to be imbued with highly charged negative emotions. When teams have repeated experiences of conflict, particularly if those conflicts extend and are not adequately resolved, a residue of negative feelings can build up within the team. So even when arguments are not actively occurring in the team, people come to share a baseline of less charged, but still negative emotions directed toward their team and toward one another. This kind of residue, when teams develop a negative emotional tone, significantly undermines team performance. The principal route through which negative feelings undermine team effectiveness is social integration, the relational bonds of trust that across the team link people together and to their work. A negative emotional tone in a group leads people to withdraw from the team's work and to systematically avoid one another. When a team has a negative tone, the team itself is an aversive stimulus. It's something that people will choose to avoid when they can do so. And if people are avoiding the team, problems are going to build up, and that's going to harm task effectiveness, the team experience, and eliminate opportunities for growth and learning. You should think of emotional tone as the proverbial canary in the coal mine. When the canary is struggling, it's a sign that there's toxic air in the coal mine. When you have a negative emotional tone in a team, it's a cue of interpersonal toxicity that should motivate team members to take action. When the balance of emotional experiences starts to tilt heavily toward the unpleasant hemisphere of the affective circumplex, it's time to step back and address the interpersonal issues that are building up. Want to learn more about online content? Check out the link in the video description.